Get in here, baby. Because sister girl got me all the way fucked up for what she did for this man, okay? Y'all see this title, okay? She gave her motherfucking power away to a man, okay, baby? Put the kids away, all right? Uncle MJ gonna cuss a little bit in this one, okay? Listen to this, okay? Click like and click share. Honey, okay? There was this article that came out today. Shit, I can't send it to y'all. But I'm gonna tell you about it in a minute, okay? Listen. Come in here, click like and share, okay? Because some of y'all women be giving your power away to these men, and some of the men be doing the same thing. Y'all be giving power away to these men, okay? Just to keep a man around, y'all let him drag you through dirt and everything else, just to keep a man around. And we're gonna talk about that right now, because this shit is just all the way fucked up to me. Thank you, Latricia Hunter, for sending me some stars, and Dee Dee Green for sending me some stars. Keep on sending me stars, y'all. Quinetta Simpkins, Janice Johnson. Listen. So there's this woman, right? And y'all may have seen the article, right? She has a tech company or something like that, right? 13 employees, mostly minority, mostly women employees, right? That's their claim to fame, right? She got this husband who I will affectionately call piece of shit. Okay, now pardon me, I'm just gonna call a thing, okay? Bless his heart, y'all. Listen, Rita Decker, and for sending me those stars, and Antoinette Barnes, and Sherry Mackins, and Kimberly Gay, and Anita Knight. Oh my God. And Miss Joanne. So listen, they have a son. Tell me what y'all would do, okay? They have a son. She wanted him to stay home with the kid to watch the baby, because she needed to be at work during this whole quarantine situation in order to take care of the household, right? She the one who making most of the money anyway, right? He did it for however long, I think maybe a week or so, not that long. He says, I can't do this, right? I can't be at home with the kid. I can't do this. It's too much for me. So she dissolved her fucking company. Listen to me. She dissolved her fucking company in order to, meaning people ain't got no jobs no more, so that she could be at home with him and the kids, because he didn't want to be taking care of the kids. Let me tell you something. I'm just using her as an example, okay? But I've heard other stories like this. Women who put their kids out to go live with grandma or grandpa, whoever, auntie or uncle, because new boyfriend don't like your child, because they argue too much. Or people who choosing their child, because spouse don't like the fact that the son is gay. You let spouse talk to your child however they want to talk to the child, rather than protecting your child. What I'm telling you right here and right now is you have me all the way fucked up to believe that I'm going to give my power away to a man and let this man have me fuck up my career or fuck up my anything just to keep him around. Listen to me when I say this, okay? Listen when I say this. Thank you so much for sharing this video, Tandra Taylor, and let me know y'all shared it, okay? You should never, ever sacrifice anything that is important to you for a man, okay? I love men. I think men are wonderful. They to cast me out. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you. Listen, this body was made for the dick, okay? I'm just telling you that right now. I love a man. But one thing I won't do is give my power away. I did that shit when I was young. I love you too, Angela Livingston. I did that when I was young, giving my power away. Get a man, and it started off little by little. You start canceling time with your friends. Sound familiar? Because you want to spend time with him. You talk to him all night on the phone, but meanwhile, you're not calling back your friends. I remember my friends used to say to me, why don't you call? Ooh, when you get a man, I know, because we don't hear from you that much. Oh, girl, I'm just spending time with my new boo. I'm spending time with Troy. Or let's go a little further. Okay? Or then it go to, now you're not doing your hobbies and your activities. You don't go to the gym as much. You're not doing the other things that's important to you because you want to spend time with his ass. Okay, all right. It keeps on going forward from there. Then it go from there to now, he don't like your family, so you don't want to go, you don't go to holidays at your family's house because you don't want him to be by himself. Or when y'all come, y'all only stay there for about 30 minutes. When back in the day, you used to be with your family all night at the holidays. You be there for 4 or 5 hours. You see what I'm saying? Y'all be giving your power away to these men, all right? Shay Jones says, I had a husband like that. Most importantly, had in the past. That's right. Get rid of his fucking ass. I'm going to say this, all right? I would rather be alone than have no piece of shit man, okay? Let me tell you this, baby. You can get your needs met. There's a whole lot of men out here who be more than happy to come by and bring the dick. Hear me when I say that, okay? Because we grown, okay? If you just want somebody to lay up beside you in bed at night, baby, get a dog. okay? But if you don't want a dog and you want a man, then you can find some man to lay up beside you, and you can get that need met there. Okay, you can have a little companion to go places with. You can have a little phone buddy to talk to. You can get your needs met in some myriad of ways that don't require you to stay in a relationship with a man who ain't worth shit. And I'm gonna tell you this, a man ain't worth shit if he's requiring you to give up yourself and lose part of yourself in order to keep him around. Baby, I just can't be around unless you do this. I can't be around if you do that. I don't like your friends. I don't like your this. Well, nigga, I don't like you. Get the fuck out of my life. You see what I'm saying? That may sound hard and it may sound harsh, baby, but let me tell you what's going to happen if you don't do this. You're going to have a life of regret. You're going to look back at some motherfucking time, and you're going to look back and you're going to say, shit, I done gave up my best years for this piece of shit right here. For this one right here. Pardon my language for this and that go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about black men, okay? When I use that word, I'm not making it racial. That applies to any man who ain't worth shit, okay? See where I'm going with that? I know I need to work on my language, but that's what I'm talking about, okay? You got to think about that. Thank y'all for saying y'all like my decorum. Y'all like my decorum? Y'all like my house? Okay, honey, it's been a time, but baby, I did what I had to do, and I'm here, and I'm happy, and I'm me, and I'm being free, okay? That's what gets me, Miss Alyssa. Miss Alyssa says it right here. She says, women who put their men before their kids are weak. Weak, you hear me? That's what she said. I'm going to tell you this. Listen to me when I tell you this. If you one of my friends, one of my best friends, and I ever hear that you put a man before your child, that you done pushed out your motherfucking snatch, or your child who you adopted, you don't always have to be a child by birth. It can be a child by love and by the heart. But if I hear that you put a man before your child, bitch, you better duck, okay? You better duck, okay? Because it's not going to be pretty for you and me. It's not going to be pretty for me and you, okay? At the end of the day, I can't fuck with you no more. Because at the end of the day, that's the sign of a weak character. That's the sign of some fucked up ass shit. I know a situation right now where this woman chose her man over her child. Where they got a situation, where they basically, it's like a blended family situation. Her man don't like her child, don't like her daughter, right? Don't like her daughter. You know, her man always be talking shit to her daughter. Right? Her daughter's a young adult, like 19, something like that, right? And the daughter, I mean, she's a teenager, so she got a little mouth on her, but she's nothing terrible, you know? And her man be doing this. Child, she put the daughter out the house. I can't have you here if you can't get along with my husband. So you telling me this. You put her out when he's the one picking the fights? You put her out when he's the problem? Hell no. Hell no, fuck that shit. It's at the end of the day, he could leave tomorrow. But that child is still your child. Your children are your forever. Who watched me from Dubai? Theodora is watching me from Dubai. Hey, baby. All right? That shit grinds my fucking gears. I'm going to say this shit right now. Y'all can get mad at me if you want to. You not a real motherfucking mother if you put your child aside for some man. All right? And I'm going to jump another step further. That includes, I'm going to tell you this, okay? Because sometimes it's not putting him aside in the most literal sense. Sometimes it's your man is toxic as fuck. He's contributing all this toxicity to your goddamn house. Right? He's abusive. He's this, he's that, he's the other. And every time you let that man continue to be exposed to your children, you allow your children to be exposed to his toxicity, you're choosing him over your children. Because here's the thing, what your children see in the house, they're going to replicate. So unless you want that son to become like his fucking daddy, then you need to create some distance between the two of them. Unless you want that daughter to grow up and end up with a spouse that treats her like he treats you, then that's a problem too. You're choosing a man over your children when you allow them to continue to be exposed to a man who ain't worth shit. And this applies to women too. Some of y'all say, what about the women who are toxic? Yes, this applies too. If you have a female spouse and you're allowing her to contribute toxicity to your house and to your children, then that's a fucking problem too. I'm serious about this because at the end of the day, I'm always doing these videos talking about broken ass men who are traumatized, who do stupid ass shit in their adult years. Where the fuck did you think that they got broken at? They got broken in their childhood. Okay? I'm gonna call the motherfucking thing a thing. Some of these weak ass men, I'm gonna call it. Some of these weak men were raised by women who were operating in weakness and let some man have control and power in their household that he never deserved. So now you got some weak ass man trying to raise your child because you think, well, you know, he need to be raised by a man. Well, yeah, a real man, not a half a man who's abusive. You know what I'm saying? So he raising your son, treating him like shit, and you stand on the sidelines because you giving this man power because you say, well, he a man, he know what he doing. No, he don't. No, he don't. He traumatizing your child. And then that child grow up into some man who treats women and men horrifically. And you know whose fault it is? Okay? I'm just calling a thing. All right? I'm not one of these people who believes that somehow or another, well, it takes a man to raise a man. Fuck that shit. It takes a healthy parent to raise a healthy child, independent of gender. Okay? You don't ever let no man, and to go back to Miss Girl earlier, who dismantled her whole fucking company to be home with this piece of shit man. Let's go back to her. Okay? And I shouldn't call him piece of shit, because at the end of the day, she made the choice. Okay? He can make whatever demands he wanted to make, but she made the choice to go with it. But my thing is this. You know what I'd have done if I was her? I would have hired a damn nanny or somebody, a child care provider, to be in the office. I'm sure that some of the other employees too got some kids too. We're going to have a child care provider in the office. Turn that break room into a child care room. Okay? And these babies going to be at the office with us. All right? They're going to be at the office with us. Somebody commenting about my cussing. Can I talk to y'all about this real fast before I go in this? Because people say, ooh, you cuss so much. Baby, where you been? Where you been, girl? Where you been? That's like coming into my house and saying, you don't like my rugs. This is my house. This is my rugs. You don't have to come in. Okay? I cuss. Okay? 6,000 videos. 12 years. Over 500 million viewing hours. I cuss. Okay? Get it? Got it good? All right, cool. I would have brought those kids to the damn office with me. You see what I'm saying? They would have been right in there with me, right? Because I wouldn't have left those kids with him. All right? Yeah, I'm not leaving my kids with some man who don't want to parent them. Fuck that shit. All right? He don't need to be in my house, much less the kid's not going to be there. You done gave up your business, and now these people ain't got jobs because of it. Yes, that's what I said, Gwendolyn Barksdale. She says, woo, I love it. She says, what she type here? She says, yes, not a man to raise a man, but a healthy parent to raise a healthy child. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. Tammy Cole says, I raised 3 very successful men alone without abuse in our lives. Say that shit. Say that shit. I don't want my kids to grow up without 2 parents. 1 healthy parent is better than 2 dysfunctional ones any day of the week. Any day of the week. Okay? I always say this. Look at your dynamic with your partner. Whether you're the man with the woman, it doesn't matter who you're with. This isn't about sexuality or gender. Look at your dynamic with your partner. If you have kids, you need to ask yourself, is this a dynamic that I'm comfortable with my children recreating in their future? Meaning, am I comfortable with my child being in the position I'm in? Am I comfortable with my child ending up playing out the role that my spouse is playing out? If you don't want to raise a child, male or female, who becomes the embodiment of their father, then you need a different dynamic. And vice versa. You don't want to raise a child who's going to be a doormat like you. Because some of y'all know y'all doormats to these men. This is the truth. Only your best friend can tell you this. Only your best friend can tell you this. Some of y'all are doormats to these men. Oh, you didn't know? He walk all over you. Oh, you thought your idle threats of, I'm going to leave if you don't get yourself together. I don't know how much longer I can deal with this, Chauncey. Oh, Curtis, if you keep on, I'm going to have another baby. You've been saying this shit for the last 12 years. You think he give a fuck? Okay? And somehow or another, you think you raising strong young women and strong young men. How they going to be strong when they watching mama get walked over every day? How the ass going to work? I'm not here to shame you, baby. I'm here to wake you up. I'm here to shock you. Here to shock you, okay? Because some of y'all stuck in the house right now. Y'all getting a whole lot more exposure to that man, to that woman. Okay, the baby say, shit, I knew you was toxic, but I got to avoid it. For the most part, I got to avoid it because of the fact that I was, we had work, we had other things, but now I'm stuck in the house. I feel bad for some of these women and men. I feel bad for some of these women and men who are stuck in the house right now. There's a whole lot of abuse happening right now. Some of y'all, if you got an extra bedroom in your house, leave that bedroom open because you may have a sister girlfriend or a brother friend who need to come to that house because the house that they're in is toxic right now. That's how you could be a blessing to somebody. Okay? I feel bad because there's some kids who's sitting at home right now with an abusive, terrible parent because mama ain't got the strength to tell him to get the fuck out. So now the kids got to be exposed to it all day, every day because they're stuck in the house right now with all this mess going on in the world. That's right, Lachey McKay. Kids soak up everything. They're sponges. Let's see here. This is from, I'm trying to open this thing up, y'all. Hold on. This is from Toya Junie Bailey. She says, my son is a grown man that was raised by me, myself, and I with nothing but truth given to him. He's 26, no kids, and with an excellent job. You sound like you've done a wonderful job with your son. Sounds like you've done a wonderful job. You know? Oh, this is a good one here. Deborah Blackwell says, I gave up a man I truly loved because he was too childish to help me parent my kids. He was not good for my kids. Kids first. Let me tell you this, okay? Let me tell you this. Co-parenting. We co-parenting. Okay? It's no such thing as those your kids. Somebody told me that years ago. They said, if we had kids together, they'd be your kids. You can take care of them. I'd be there. I'd be cool with being there. The fuck are you talking about? Kids are like sponges. They're going to soak up our dynamic. And what is that child supposed to think about why one full-grown adult in this house don't acknowledge them and don't deal with them? That child's going to feel rejected. You want me, you want all of us. Me and my kids, if I have them. You know what I'm saying? Well, when I have them. I'm saying I would prefer to have kids in a relationship. I would prefer to do that. But I'm going to have them with. Here's my thing. I believe that you should never make a man a prerequisite for anything that you want in life. Kids, moving wherever you want, jobs, whatever. A man should never be a prerequisite. It should never be, I'm going to wait to get a man until I do X. If you ready to do X, then you motherfucking do it whether you got a man there or not. All right? Star Fountain says, or Fountain, I like Fountain, okay? She says, truth, baby. She says, I've been a social worker for 21 years. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart with these parents be exposing these kids too. That's my personal belief. All right? Let's see here. Tracy said, oh, shock me. She says, I'm feeling the light bulbs. She put lightning bolts, I'm sorry. Says MJ's defibrillator. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to shock your ass. I'm here to shock y'all the fuck up. Because what I'm tired of doing is getting calls. I got people who I know too doing this shit. Okay? In whole ass motherfucking relationships. Talking about, I would tell him to leave. I would tell Darnell to leave, but he is those kids' father. But girl, he beating your ass. He cussing you out every day. He's messing around on you. Oh, let me take a step further. He beating those kids' ass. Let me tell you this. If you have a spouse who's beating the fuck out of your kids and abusing them, and you sit idly by and let that shit happen, I'm going to say this, and I know it's controversial, but I don't give a fuck. Okay? If that's you, then when his ass get locked up, I think you need to go too. Because you aided and abetted and it happened. You an accessory to the crime. You sat there and let it motherfucking happen. Let me tell you what the fuck I'm doing. And I'm not here to encourage no violence. This is for entertainment, illustrative purposes only, okay? You fucking abusing my kids, baby. I got this motherfucker right here. And I'm going to tear your ass up, okay? Because one thing you won't do is hurt my child, okay? The good Lord gave me my kids to protect. You're not going to fuck up my kids. And I told y'all, don't do no violence, okay? Because I'm not encouraging it. This is for entertainment purposes only. Okay. You're not going to fuck up my kids, okay? That's mine. Okay? Daddy, I can deal with later on in therapy why I chose a dysfunctional man. Okay? But one thing I'm not going to do is be an accessory to raising some dysfunctional kids. Exposing them to fuck shit. And speaking of that woman earlier from the article, bless her heart. Can you imagine what she's teaching her son in this? She's teaching her son that he can grow up into the kind of man who can bully women into doing whatever he wants. Or she's teaching her son to grow up into the kind of person who allows his spouse to bully him into doing things that are not within his best interests. Either way it goes, he's getting a lesson. All right? Oh, thank you, Veronica Otero Wiley. She says, you're an amazing angel put on earth to help people open their minds. Thank you, baby. That's why I tell people, I say, listen, baby, all my cussing and all my antics, I get that I'm a lot. I know that shit. I know that. But just understand this, baby. You know what you need to think of me as? Think of me as your gay best friend, your auntie, your uncle, whoever you want to look at me as, baby. Depends on the day of the week. Okay? Well, I don't speak nothing but truth. I cuss a lot. I fuss real loud. My bark is pretty loud, and my bite is even worse. But I do it all in love. I never have a mean word to say about nobody. I'm never mean to nobody. You ain't gonna never hear about me being mean to nobody, ever. I only speak it in love. And I think that we have to protect the people who are vulnerable. Let's see here. Princess Nabs Thomas says, my children come first. I would rather be single and happy with my kids than compromise my safety, security, and the happiness of me and my children because of a man. You know why you think that, baby? Because you're a real woman. You're a real woman. Okay? You're a real woman. You grown. You grown. Let's see here. Tara Hovland Salsa says, I have no respect for any woman who doesn't respect herself or her kids. Period. But here's the thing. We're going to show some compassion today. We're going to show some compassion. Because a lot of the women who are doing this, let's just call a thing a thing. Let's call a thing a thing. She's doing this because she had a mother who did the same thing. If we're not conscious, we will repeat the same cycle, same pattern, same pathology that we saw growing up. Let's be real, though. None of us come from no perfect household. Even when our parents did our best, they still exposed us to shit that wasn't perfect. And we gonna probably do the same thing. And with how perfect I try to be as a parent, I'm still gonna expose my kids to something that I'll look back and say, I probably could have done that differently, right? So we have to be empathetic to understand that people do the best they can with what they know, right? So here's the thing. If you didn't know better today, before today, I don't hold you accountable for that. I don't. But now you do know better. And if you know better now, you hearing the words that come out of my damn mouth and you still choose to expose your children to some bullshit, then yes. Then I hold you accountable. Okay? Now, I understand that you can't just safely up and leave somebody tomorrow. I get that. We're in a damn pandemic. So you got to think about safety and stuff like that. I get that. Okay? But what I am saying is start making a plan on how you can end that dysfunctional relationship. And maybe say, I'm not ready to end it because I think they can change. Okay, girl, let's go with that. Have y'all signed up for therapy yet? I just started working with this fabulous program. They do therapy at home through videos and stuff like that. I'm gonna post my link for them soon so y'all can hear about them. They're fabulous. You can do therapy at home. Okay? I'm not into pastoral counseling. I'm gonna tell you that right now. To me, a pastor, a minister is just as human as I am. They just happen to have a role of authority within a religious institution. Nothing against them, no shade. So to me, I'm not going to go to a pastor for mental health support. However, if that is the only resource you got available to you right now, have you talked to somebody there? Okay? Now let me qualify this. If you're in one of those churches that talk about the man's the head of the house and he can do whatever he wants and don't hold him accountable, that's not the right one. Okay? Are you talking to somebody? So get some help, get some resources. But what you don't do is continue to allow a man to take your fucking power away and hurt your kids. I just had to get on here today. I still got my earpieces and I didn't even realize I had my earpieces in. I was steaming the floors earlier and I had my earpiece in, so I didn't realize this was still in here. Somebody said I needed this. I'm going through this. Oh, baby. She said I needed this. I'm going through this right now. I just had, where's she at, girl? I just had my first therapy session last week. Yes, baby. Yes. Had her therapy session. I'm not gonna say her name. I'm gonna give her that. She put her stuff up here, but I don't want y'all jumping on her. You know, that's right, girl. You going through it and you making a plan to get out of it. All right. Support your sisters who are going through this stuff. Okay, support your sisters. Yes, here. Thule says she's in therapy right now too. I love it. Support your sisters who are going through this. My boo-boo Sharon Jennings is on here. Love her to death. Congratulations on getting your insurance license. You support your friends who are going through this stuff. Support them. And what I mean by support them, maybe they got kids. And in order for her to get through this right now, she's like, I can't have the kids with me. Can you just take these kids for 2 weeks while I kind of work through getting into a new place? Support your girlfriends. Support your male friends. There's some men who are going through some fucked up shit right now with a partner too. Support them through this. Okay? Oh my Lord. Oh, I'm seeing people saying I'm going through this. Let me see here. She says, I'm going through this and I'm having a hard time just leave with 2 kids. Girl, here's what I want you to do. Everybody on who said I've gone through this before, y'all write on here right now for our sisters who are going through this and for our brothers who are going through this. Comment on here right now. Give them some advice on what they can do to get out of this. What did you do? Did you send the kids to grandma's for a couple weeks while you work through some shit? What'd you do? Did you contact a nonprofit to help you? What'd you do? Did you say fuck the game? Fuck the games, you changed the locks? And you said, Curtis, if you come up in this house, it's not gonna be pretty? What'd you do? Did you get a restraining order on his ass? I've been saying, do what you gotta do. You see what I'm saying? What'd you do? Comment below and give them some advice on what to do. But I just want to come on here and talk to y'all about this. I want to come on here and talk to y'all about this, okay? I got more shit coming out this week for y'all. I'm glad y'all like the house, baby. But I said, let me come on here and talk to y'all about this. But go ahead, click like and click share. I love y'all to death. I got plenty more for you. Bye, babies.